So this is people who are ready to invest in their LinkedIn presence. What would you tell them in terms of the range of what that investment can represent in terms of time and money? Let's say, well, the minimum is, I don't know, get this video program and invest in a photo shoot, invest in X, Y, and Z, and you're gonna have to put this many hours per week, and that's gonna be this much. And the top range would be like hire a coach, hire a consultant, hire a copywriting team. Like on the average, what is it that you see out there that are good ranges to keep in mind in terms of the amount of money that you should be investing on LinkedIn and the amount of time that it's going to be required depending on how much money you're investing?
Okay. Well, of course, I have to say the obvious thing is depends of what you want to get out of it. You know, so if you want to go online, there are tons of videos on how to do things better on LinkedIn and other articles. Just be careful because LinkedIn changes all the time. When you do a search for how do I do this, make sure you include the year, you know, because of all the changes, you might find something and it's really good, but it was a year ago and it doesn't have the new stuff on LinkedIn. They did over 100 changes last year alone. They went a little crazy. So if you're going to look, but that is more time. So if time is money to you and you want to do it quickly, then it's worth investing with a LinkedIn coach or someone who's going to help you do that more quickly. It's a little less painful. There are people that write your profiles for them. I don't do that. That's a higher investment, and it still takes time because you've got to give that person enough time, enough information for them to write it. Then you've got to review it. So I don't know that it saves a whole lot of time, but there is that option. So what do you want to get out of it is where you need to start with. I have people as like, well, they say, well, how much time do I need to spend on it? So I have a baseline of engagement, which is what I call 3 to 5 fruits and veggies per day. You know, we're supposed to, for good health, have 3 to 5 fruits and veggies. So I say on LinkedIn, you want to do at least 3 likes, 2 comments per day. And for a lot of my people, that's a stretch. For some people, they say, oh, that's too simple. That's not good. It's better to do all the commenting. But I start with where people are and kind of nudge them along. So that kind of activity can take very short amount of time. Sometimes I work with an executive and they'll say, I just don't have time to do this. I said, well, how much time can you give me? Can you give me half an hour? No, I don't have 15 minutes. This is 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. So what I do, a lot of time, you know, people get on social media and they go down a rabbit hole. They spend too long on it. And then the next day they say, I can't do that. I just can't spare the time. So what I'll do with my execs who are worried about that is to say, set a timer. 10 minutes is all you're going to spend on it. I want you to spend 10 minutes, do what you can, and then step away. And it's kind of cute because I'll sometimes get them email me and says, Sandra, I did just 10 minutes, but I stepped away and I came back every day to do it. And so you can do things in as little as 10 to 15 minutes a day. You divide up that time by the 3 to 5 likes and comments. You connect with a couple of people. You respond to a couple of people. Now, you're not going to be able to post in that amount of time. But if you're on LinkedIn for business development or for as a job seeker, it's however say you're marketing your business. Most small business owners, for example, they're going to spend maybe a third of their time marketing. So if you're looking, well, they don't work 40-hour weeks. Let's say they work 60-hour weeks. So a third of that, 20 hours. And then of their marketing time, how much of the 20 hours do they think it's worth giving to LinkedIn? So they think, I think LinkedIn is worth it. So I'm going to spend half of that's 15 hours. So divide your 15 hours out through the week. And that's how much time you have each day. And that's going to consist of finding your target clients to connect to, engaging with other people's posts, writing your own content, and other activities on LinkedIn. So, what are you willing to do and what do you want to get out of it? If you're someone who just wants to be seen as a thought leader and you write content, but you write that content for a blog and you're going to just also put it on LinkedIn, you can multitask or multi-purpose it and have it in. It takes longer to write, But you get more value out of it. Unfortunately, writing long, thoughtful things don't necessarily do well on LinkedIn in terms of reach, but it does show your thought leadership. If we go to your profile, we can see it. And that's also indexed by Google, so it's searchable on Google as well. So it is worth doing if you're also using it somewhere else. I wouldn't recommend somebody start writing long articles just for LinkedIn. You won't necessarily get the real value out of it, but it is worth putting it there if you're also using it somewhere else. So, sometimes I'll say, how much time are you willing to spend and what do you get out of it? And then we balance those two and come up with a formula of both what to do and how long to do it for.